Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on this simple wall clock. So as you can see here, what time is it? Here I have set 10 as the time. Now when I play the game, you see the time is 10 in the morning, and you can see the time passes in the game world and the clock is updating. So if I speed up, you see it goes pretty fast as the sun moves pretty fast, and at 6 p.m. the sun sets and nightfall. See? So yeah, this is the system. So they are sleeping because it's night time. So this is the system I'm going to work on. Let me slow down again. And also we have another option to use the real world time. So for me the real world time is 11:16 p.m. So now that I am using the real world time here inside the game, it uses the real world time. See, 11:16, and it's night time, closer to midnight. They are sleeping because night time. So yeah, this is the system I'm going to work on today, this wall clock. Okay, so I have imported this texture that I am going to use as the clock face. So I'll create this folder is inside BP folder. I'll create a new blueprint in the type of actor BP clock. Let's call it wall clock, BP wall clock. Let me open it. Alright, now I'll add a new cylinder component and rotate it 90 degrees like this. Let me unlock. No. Okay. Maybe we can make it even more thin. Right. Now I need to use this texture as a material. So I'll create a material, then clock face. Okay, so this is the way it's going to look. Do we need any other parameters? I think the way it looks fine. Now I'll assign that material. Oh, it's upside down, so we can right now it looks okay. Let me place this in the world and see its scale. Let's put it no, let's put it over here so we can see that. Perhaps we need some wall, but that's something we can work on later on. Oh, it's facing the other way. It's So this is the forward. We can rotate it. Alright, now this is how it looks. Now let me just duplicate this. I'll name this as clock face and duplicate. I'll name the duplicated one clock face back and reset the material. Oh wait, not reset. If I add a new material, cube, basic shape material, this is the one I need. Basic shape or 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐴 content. Right, now I can assign it. We don't need this cube, so this clock face, I'll move it a little bit backward. Okay, now we don't see the clock face here. Nice. If I make it a bit larger, we can add a frame. Yeah. Let me create a new material. Then color. Okay, it's black. I'll just assign that. No, it's not black. This color black. Okay, now it's black. So if I assign that, now we have a frame to our clock. Okay, now we need clock hands. So how should we add the hands? So I'll add a scene component first, because this is a scene component, not scene capture. This is going to be work as the origin of minute hand. Minute. I'll call it pivot. Pivot minute. And then I'll add a cube under this. So point one, too much, 0.02, 0.02. Okay, and this should be 0.5 because we only need half, maybe not half, even less than that, 0.3, and move it. Pivot is here. I think it can be a bit larger. Okay. Shall I assign the black color to this also? Right. Now if I rotate the minute origin, you can see it rotates the minute hand. I'll name this minute hand. Right, maybe it should be a bit more thinner. Right, okay. It looks a bit too thin. Alright, now this is the minute. Let me select both and duplicate. Should be outside. Okay, now I'll name this one pivot hour, and this should be hour hand. So let me rotate this a little bit. Sorry. There. How should I rotate it? Okay, X. So I was correct. Why didn't it work here? Just alright. So it should be a little shorter. So 0.2. Is it too short? 0.25, and at an offset like this. Okay, it should be good enough, and it should be a bit thicker. So right. Okay, so now this is how it looks. Now we need to define way to set the rotation based on given time. So how can we do that? If I check this pivot minute, if I make it minus 30, it rotates this way. And minus 90. Okay, minus 180. Alright, so this way 0 to minus 180, and minus 270. Alright, minus 360 or 0. Okay, so it's changing from 0 to minus 360. That means we can divide 12 into, no, we can divide 360 by 12 and get the hour, or whatever the value we need. Okay, so let's test this, and also we should consider the minus part as well. So here I'll add a function set time, and here I'll give the time as a float input. I'll name it in time, and then, well, obviously I'm gonna assume the time is given. I'm actually planning to give the time in 24-hour format, so 0 to 24. So 10.5 means 10:30 in the morning. Okay, so first I'll do a modulus division by 24, just in case we mistakenly get any higher values, but that should not happen anyway. Oh, sorry, not 24, 12, because we only have 0 to 12 here. And then divide minus 360 by this value. So this gonna be the hour value. So pivot hour, set relative rotation, hope I'm doing it correct, and as we tested, minus 30. Yeah, everything else is 0. Here let me split and connect. Now this should set the hour value. Okay, to test that, here I'll call set time with what's the value, 3. Why did it set to 4? Wait, what if I set to 4? No, it's 3. What's happening? Oh, sorry, actually this is not 360, so this should be here another division, minus 360 divided by 12. That's the value. That should be the input. Actually, we don't need to do that all the time. We can just give that value, 360 divided by 12, 30. So here minus 30, and this should be actually a multiplication. Why did I get it wrong? Sorry. Yeah, it's correct now. If I set it to 3, okay, 9, okay, and 40, that means 2 p.m. should be 2. Cool. But okay, next thing is minute value. So from this we can get the fraction part. So the decimal value returns the fractional part of a double. So then this part represents from 0 to 1 represents 12 hours. That means 360. So this should be multiplied by, well, minus 360, and that should be the angle of pivot minute. Set relative rotation. Okay, Let me promote this to a variable. I'll call it time and make it public so we can easily test this out. 12:30. 1.5 means 1:30. 12.25 means 12:50. Cool. 9.75 means 9:45. Okay, it's working. Okay, so now the next thing is, how do we connect this with our time of day system? So if I open the time of day system, so in our time of day system, we already have set up a method to notify all the classes that implement time of day listener interface to update when there is sunrise and a sunset, to notify when there is sunrise and a sunset. So if we do this get all actors with interface and use the same method for every second, that should be a problem. Therefore, do we have any interfaces here? No. I'll add time of day. I'll add a new interface. Blueprint interface, PPI time of day. Now here I'll add a function, subscribe to time update, and add an input in the type of factor. So here what I'm planning is, I'm going to implement a method. I'm going to set up an interface function that allows us to subscribe to this time of day system to be notified every time the time of day is updated. Name this subscribe. Then in the time of day, I'll implement that function, PPI time of day. Now I should have the event. So I'll add a new subscribers. I'll call it time subscribers. This should be an act array. Object type, actor, and array. Right, now get the array, add unique. Okay, now every time when we update the time, that should be sit here. I'll add another function. Oh well, not really. Yeah, I'll add another function, update, notify time subscribers. Okay, now here all we need to do is notify all the time subscribers with the new time. And how do we let them know the new time? Alright, so now time of day listener, I'll add a new function, notify time, and here all we need is a float input to notify the time. We should implement this in the wall clock. So BPI time of day listener. So for the wall clock, it doesn't matter these two events, sunset or sunrise. It's not relevant for this. So only this one is what matters. So call set time with the time received through this interface. Now we can use that. Notify time using BPI time of day listener, and the time is this time. Okay, now we can call this here. Notify time subscribers. Right. Oh, one more thing. We need to subscribe to the time of day. So in the wall clock, perhaps here in the begin play, we can get all we can use this get all actors with interface, and the interface is BPI time of day, and out of this, if the 0th index is valid, that means we have a valid time of day object. We can get that object and call subscribe to time update. As the subscriber, I can give a reference to self. That means this object. Right. Now, should I do this? Let me update to a function. Subscribe to time of day. Wait, I should have made it a function, not just a collapse. Okay, so let me just cut it from here and subscribe here, and we don't really need this. Oh well, I'll leave it, doesn't matter. Now let's see, what if I change time of day, and when I play, nope, it's not working. Oh, I have a show. So here's show clock part. So if there is no show or no clock, this is for the 2D clock that I show in the viewport. So this shouldn't, regardless of that, I should start the timer. Something I have missed in the last episode, one of the last episodes. Right, now it's working. See, you can see the digital time also here, and you can see it's updating. Okay, so if I speed up, you can see it speeds up. it's already night. Let's check what happens at 24. Yeah, it works. Okay, so it's working. And even if I am using real world time, here I have an option to use real world time. At the moment my time is 11.5. so say, because I enabled this use real world time, so that's the time I have. Let me show you if you don't remember, if you don't believe. So not remember. Clock needs an update. Why is that Windows? Because I can't bring the taskbar here. I mean, taskbar is in other monitor. But let's see, local time. Yeah, see, 11.6. Alright, so it's working. Okay, and for now I'm not planning to add a seconds hand because I don't really need it, and I don't think that matters here in the game. But anyway, using the same method that I have shown you for the minute hand and the hour hand, you can do the same for the seconds hand as well. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.